Welcome to Hook, Hide, and Habitat. Hunt hard, fish harder, conserve always.
What's up, everybody? This is John from Hook, Hide, and Habitat. I got some AttackEmBaits here. These things are awesome, man. Y'all need to check them out. I'm going to tie up some rigs with them, show you how I use them for trout fishing and crappie fishing and things like that. Yes, I said crappie, not crappie. What's up, everybody? I got some AttackEmBaits laid out here. I'm going to show y'all how I like to tie mine up, trout fishing and crappie fishing. So we'll get started. I'll show you the first one. I use this sickle style jig head right here. These right here come from Mike's Custom Lures. I'm not sponsored, endorsed, or affiliated by him any means. But these right here are probably my favorite jig heads when it comes to trout fishing. Got a little bit bigger line here to help me out. Put my jig head on there. I just tie a regular fisherman's knot for trout fishing. I don't go too elaborate with it. Trout, they're pretty good dealing with. Catfish now, that's when I started getting into the more advanced knots. But these right here, these work just fine for these jig heads, for these trout. Flip off my tag end. Got my jig head tied on there. These right here are some of my favorite baits from AttackEmBaits. He makes some really good baits. These little split tail minnows right here. These right here kill the trout. Got this one right here in motor oil. I'll just take and run it through the nose. Come out its back with it. These jig heads are made perfect. They fit these perfect. Just run it up a little bit like that right there. Butt it up against the head. That right there will slay the trout. Alright, got that one out of the way. The next one I'm going to show you a little bit different. I got these Z-Man Ned rig jig heads here. This is 1/15 ounce. I'm just going to take and tie it up same way. Nothing elaborate. Anything like that. Just normal fisherman's knot. I've been using this knot since I was a kid. With a hook, knot crawlers, and my old zip code 33, you know. Just tie a regular knot on this one too. And snap that off there. Got my tag end cut off. It's my little Ned rig jig head here. I like fishing on Ned rigs. They do really amazing. We're gonna put us on one of these bad boys right here. It's a 2.5 inch fluke, cotton candy color. Them right there are amazing. I'm gonna do it pretty much the same way I done the split tail minnow. Go down just a little bit lower with it. Run it down out its back, about the base of the tail there. Put that under a float. Cast it out and jig it back to the shallows. And crappie tear it up right there. My last rig, it's one I used to use when I was a kid a lot. I still use it from time to time. Just get a number 6 Eagle Claw bait holder hook. Let's get some more of that line. I got cut off here. I pre-cut it off before the video, make it a little bit quicker. I'm sure y'all know how to cut line. Once again, just gonna tie another one of them old fisherman knots, as I call them. Wrap it up a couple times. It ain't gotta be perfect. Pull her tight. Cut the excess line from the tag end off there. Well, I had a pair of clippers. My last video about a month ago. Ended up losing them things, man. I'll tell you, I lose them things quite a bit. This one right here, I'm gonna put a tube on it. I've caught quite a few trout like this with a tube. I got the little mini tube, watermelon pumpkin color. It's a little 1-inch. These things right here are amazing. I dropped that one in the floor. You're getting old, can't hardly hold on to stuff, can't see what you're doing. Just take that hook right there, just run it right through the end of that tube. Fish it back through. Kind of about like that right there. I'll take me one of these old split shots here, if I can get the thing turned around. Little things get hung up in there sometimes. You gotta spin them around. Well, depending on how swift the water is, depends on how big a one I use. I'm just gonna grab the first one I come to. I'll run up the line. You know, probably 4 to 6 inches, something like that. We'll mash it down a little bit there, hold it in place. This little setup right here, deadly little rig for trout, especially in the swifter water. You can put the paddle tail minnows, split tail minnows. You can put these curly tail grubs on there. These little flukes right here, you can put them on there. This rig is an all-around rig. It's an awesome rig. Like I said, I used to use this with a night crawler. Still do sometimes. Put your little piece of night crawler tail on there and let it dangle down a little bit. Swift water. It'll burn the trout up. So that's how I catch most of my trout. And this right here is about the only rig I use for my crappie. It works really good. Why change something when it's working for you? So I hope this can help somebody out, you know, kind of show you what I got going on and tell me how y'all do it. If y'all do it different,